Howdy folks, welcome to the In the Blues Tone podcast. My name's Shane. This is a podcast about guitars, about gear, about concepts, and anything else relating to my YouTube channel about the same topic. So if you're into guitars, you'll definitely dig this podcast. It's not only now available on iTunes, as it always is, I'm going to put the full podcast up on YouTube as well. So given that I live in Australia and our internet connections totally suck, it'll probably take 4 or 5 days to upload. No, it won't be that bad, but it will take close to 24 hours. This particular podcast is still sponsored by nobody. So I'm going to plug something that I did this week and I hope you like it. I've just put together some t-shirts. I've had so many requests over the years to do this, so definitely check them out. If you're a fan of Guitar Search Saturday videos, you're definitely going to love my tees. They're at teesprings.com. You can type in the Blues, or you can check out the links in the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube, and I'll also post the links at inthebluespodcast.com. Rather than having a sponsor, I thought I'd plug something for myself for a change. About 24 hours ago, I just received an instant message via Facebook from my friend Landon. He has the Lando27 Music YouTube channel in Canada, and he sent me a link to something Gibson is doing right now, which is totally Fenderesque. Let's just put it that way. I'm not going to say they've copied Fender, but it reminds me of a couple of guitars that came out about a year ago, where they take one color, sort of paint over that, and then sand back the external color, showing the color that was underneath it. This particular run of guitars is literally called the Painted Over Series Les Pauls from Gibson, so definitely check these out. They say it's a historic mash-up of colors and character. You know what? They don't actually look too bad. I'm not a huge fan of relic guitars, if you know my channel and you know my podcast, but I gotta say, these don't look too bad at all. But, it always comes with a but, the price is crazy. In the US, $5,999. So you're paying $6,000 essentially for a Les Paul that has been painted over. If you already have a Les Paul, paint it yourself. Give that a shot. Anyway, they do actually look pretty cool. So here's the blurb for the new guitars. It says, the 2017 Les Paul Standard Painted Over Series blends the minute details, iconic look, and feel of Gibson's most inspiring solid body guitar with a refreshingly defiant, roughed up, weathered aesthetic that's been handcrafted to make each guitar its own one-of-a-kind work of art. That's a huge sentence, but that's exactly what they look like. So they come in a whole bunch of different colors as well, and the finished is aged nitrocellulose as well. In terms of the other colors, we have black over gold, we have black over cherry sunburst, we have classic white over cherry sunburst, we have gold over cherry sunburst, and we have Kerry green over dark burst. Kerry green, I've never heard of that color before, and it says Kerry green, but it comes up to my eye looking as if it's blue. Maybe I am going colorblind, but to me that looks like baby blue. Pretty much. I've just brightened the screen on my laptop and I still see that as baby blue. So yeah, that's what's coming out right now. So the neck is a mahogany piece of wood. It's a glued neck as well. The neck profile is a medium chunky 9-inch depth at the nut and a 1-inch at the 12th fret. So the scale length is 24.75 or 62.865 centimeters. Fingerboard material, solid rosewood. So they're still rosewood, so that's interesting. I wonder if they're going to still have problems with sites or whatever, getting these out of the country, or getting them out of the US, I should say. Yeah, I'm surprised that they didn't maybe change that up with this series of guitars. That's interesting. So the nut material is nylon. The frets, historic medium jumbo. Medium jumbo is pretty good. They're probably my favorite on Gibson style guitars, or Gibson guitars. I play Tockeyes, but each their own. I've had a number of Gibsons, and the frets are always pretty good. The inlays are cellulose trapezoid, and the truss rod is a 50 style no tubing. I never heard of no tubing before, but that sounds pretty cool. So as you can see from the pictures on screen, they look pretty wild. The only thing is, will most people go out there and spend 6,000 US on a guitar that looks like it's been to hell and back? I don't think your average musician will, but you know, there's doctors and lawyers out there who have way too much money to burn, and if they're a big fan of this type of look, odds are they'll go out and spend the extra bucks and get it. It is a limited run. It is very Fenderesque. I've seen so many Strats over the last few years that have this exact concept. And it seems to be the same type of spots that they do the sort of relicking on as well. It's always where your arm would sit on top of the guitar and sort of underneath as well near the horn. So on the Strats that were from Fender, they had a very similar type of thing. I guess that's where you would wear a guitar out if you actually ever wore a guitar out these days from overplaying it. But yeah, they do look pretty nice. The only one that I don't really like too much is the white one. Other than that, just for personal taste, the rest of them look pretty wild. The baby blue one, or the green, or whatever it's called, I'm not 100% certain about that one either, but it's not too bad. So in terms of the neck pickup, we got a custom Bucker Alnico 3, and the bridge pickup is a custom Bucker Alnico 3 as well. And we have two 500k CTS volume pots and two 500k CTS tone pots, which is pretty common for any Les Paul. 500k is about what you want for any humbucker to allow the tops through. It also comes in a funky case, and it's an aged hard shell brown/pink case. Inside, open it up, it says pink. Maybe it's my monitor, but it looks purple on my screen. But I'll post the pictures on screen for this as well. So reading the comments on the Gibson site is always a laugh as well. A guy called Monty says, "I wonder what stupid person at Gibson thought this was a good idea." And the global elitist under that says, with a reply, "Maybe someone who saw it sold some units to the Fender custom shop." So I hadn't even read the comments until right now. That's pretty funny. Another interesting comment from Eduardo says, "Who would pay $2,000 more than normal just to get these weird finishes?" So that's the thing. You've got to really love the look. You've got to be into the relic thing. And you've got to really just want something like this, you know, for the artistic sake. If money is no option, maybe you're into relic guitars more than the average guy. But you're looking at a regular Les Paul versus a limited run, painted over Series 1, and the price is $2,000 more. So get ready to break out the credit cards, folks, and yeah, let me know your thoughts on these particular guitars. Let me know, you know, seriously what you think of the look of them. I don't mind some of them. I think they look great. Me personally, not being like swimming around in cash, I probably won't be buying one, and they won't make a lefty, as per always. That's always the way. But they don't actually look too bad on the most part. But I know that it's going to get a mixed response. Some people are going to love them, some people are not. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below about these particular guitars. I'm looking forward to seeing them in person. If I do, I'll try and get some really great photos of it or something and post it up on my Instagram.